What's up, guys? This is DarkLordCookie with the Realm Gaming Co. UK, and welcome back to Steve Jackson's Sorcery. I can't pronounce his name. The Shamutanti Hills. Now, to recap from last episode, where I woke up, I beat the site master. I'm leaving this little outpost settlement into Kakabad, and of course I got all my books, all my rations, and everything. And it turns out that I think my victory is getting this crown of kings. But turns out that because I'm leaving the wall, then the last person who did never came back. So let's hope I do not share the same fate as him. Now, the path winds through the slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. There is a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The bird appears to pause in the air and to examine you as they pass. They make you uneasy, as if you were an intruder in their presence. Barely an hour beyond the wall and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamutanti Hills are infested with the pestilence of the backlands. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you nauseous and weak. I'm going to cover my mouth. You cover your mouth with your net scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you are out here, but for the moment you must be very careful. It's decreased, man. Your maximum stamina has just decreased. You can see your stamina at the top of the screen. If this reaches 0, you are too tired to carry on. Stamina can be regained up to the maximum by eating rations or resting. Right. So there's no point eating anything because I'm just... So, do I take the high road or do I take the low? Actually, let's remember where to go. So I meant to go... I think I need to go up there. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to go through the town. Go straight into the town because it'll be, yeah, low rise. Stay low. Another hour passes and you crest a small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Cantopani. Look at the village. What do I see? For this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and the few penned animals are thinned and wizened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect. Okay. Do I want to go to the village or do I want to avoid it? Oh, I don't really want to avoid it, because if there's pestilence everywhere, I might as well stay away from the outline. I'm going to go through it. Through the village. I'm good. Of course, if you are scared of a town like Cantopani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakabad proper. You follow the path down into town. The round huts are made of hard-baked bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eye appears at dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, it seems like this will be all you see of the town's inhabitants. But then, the villager appears in one of the dwellings and blocks your path. I'm going to look at him. Who is this guy? He is 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs and is half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild and his red long hair and beard stand out from the face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger," he commands. "What business have you in Cantopani?" What about equipment? Can I buy equipment? I want to buy equipment. He grunts, but you can see that he is pleased. With emotion, he encourages you to follow, taking you through the village to a large hut. Okay. I was worried that these was a desperately poor village that they would come over to attack me. Inside, you find that the building is a storage house. A quartermaster, somewhat plumper than your guide, is seated at the table. Good way to be introduced. The man is here to do business, the villager explains. "Get out of here, flea," the fat man replies, getting up from his seat to hustle the villager out. Then he turns to you with a smile and beckons you to sit. "Greetings, stranger," he purrs. "Shall I show you my wares? Do you treat your customers so roughly?" You ask, unimpressed by his attitude towards the poor villager. "He'll get his commission," the fat man replies gruffly, "if you buy." "Show me what you have." So the man wags a finger. "Wait there." He disappears for a moment into a side room. I search the room while he's gone. Let's see. While the man is out of sight, you quickly rifle the nearby shelves, but find nothing except for a small vial of potion. I'm going to take it. You pick up the vial. It is quite full, but stopped by an oak cork, but there is no label to indicate what it might be. Okay, if I smell it, I'm going to place it in my bag. Okay, let's see. You slip it into your bag, because I thought if I smell it, he'll find me. Ugh. The merchant returns, carrying a large box for you, he declares, moving his hands as he speaks. You come to the right place. This collection, the very best, are most strange and interesting artifacts, collected from other travellers who have come this way. Oh. That does not sit well with me. Let's see, what offers you have. The merchant looks at you carefully, sizing up what kind of customer you are. The kind to place the newly bought dagger against his neck, or the kind to tip him for the quality of the blade. But you must see your honour shining through as he wags his finger once more, and then collects an axe and a fine broadsword from another courier of the shop. Corner shop. These are both treasures as well as deadly weapons of war, I'm sure you agree. Look at the broadsword. You lift the broadsword, it has ready weight and the cutting edge is sharp. It has clearly been honed by a master craftsman. An exquisite blade, don't you think? The merchant grins. Only 7 gold pieces. I'm gonna try to haggle with this guy. Too much, you replace the broadswords. Please, something else today. You still have 20 gold pieces. I think I'm alright. Yeah, I think I'm fine. I don't want to buy. I'll save my gold. I'll save my gold. Thank you, declare. I've seen enough. The merchant nods his head. Please do visit us again. You get to your feet and take your leave of the merchant. Just outside the doorway in the sunshine, you pause to examine what you have acquired. Smell the potion. You open the stopper of the potion and take a cautious sniff. Phew, the pungent odour of blimeberry juice hits your nostrils. Blimeberry is a strange fruit, ordinarily never eaten by humans or animals due to its terrible smell, but well known for its medicinal properties. It can be used in place of food or rest. It can be applied to treat injuries, and it can even be used in sorcery. There is enough in a bottle for a single dose. Okay, move out of the village. That's good. You head out of Cantopani and along the path into the Shamutanti Hills. Okay, I'm going to get out of this. I probably should have bought something, but, you know, passing the outlying hut, you feel strangely uneasy. Hissing from within and sly faces disappearing from doorways make you feel undecidedly welcome. Well, decidedly welcome, of course. Then at the edge of the town, you pass a large boulder, and at once 2 rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first declares. You're lost, calls the other, so hand over your things. Ooh, can I reason with them? I don't want any trouble, you declare. The first bandit edges forward, a sword tickling at your chest. Running you through? No trouble at all. The pack. I'm defending. No, I'm not giving anything. I'm defending myself. You draw yourself to your full height. You have mistaken me for someone else, you declare. I'd like to give you a moment to reconsider, because I will kill you if I have to. The bandit growl and advance on you, one on either hand. Okay, if I cast a spell, I remember there being a clumsiness spell. So can I... But what was it? What was the spell? Actually, go back. I can't check it, can I? So you know what? Okay, I'm going to take a chance at this. I imagine I'm fighting them like one by one. Yes, right, okay. You draw yourself to your full height, okay. The first bandit closes in on you, crackling and grinning, trying to put his creature in its place. Right, hasn't got as much energy in me, so let's see if I can overpower him. Which I do. You should have made things easier for yourself, the bandit goes and launches forward with his sword. You go straight for his throat, knocking him back hard, and the smile on his face splits into a cry. The bandit stops and coughs blood onto earth. He narrows his eyes in readiness. I kill him. If he defends, yeah, he's dead. You cut the imbecile, no slack. You aim a savage blow at his heart. The bandit gasps at his last as you run him through. Now, where's the second bandit? The second bandit takes one look at his dead colleague and turns and makes a run for it. I'm going to chase him. I'm not letting him go. You immediately give chase. He will not get away so easily after trying to rob you. After a few minutes of scrambling between rocks, you have him cornered. You draw a sword and then grin maliciously. Okay, so you charge out. Yep, I did more than you did. The death of his friend seems to send the second bandit flying into a rage. He starts to scream wildly as he hurtles forward. You raise your own sword for a brutal attack and knock him to the floor. The bandit can barely find his balance. The bandit shifts his grip to his sword. So, yep, he's dead. Flawless fighting, sir. You keep up the pressure. Grabbing a nearby branch, you swing at his head, and as he reels, you lash out with your blade. Your strike is more than a bandit can take. He falls to the ground, quite dead. The fight is over. You clean your weapon and regain your breath. Right, search the bodies. You search through the bandits' pockets but find nothing, not even a single gold piece. The clothing is ragged and rough, worse than animals. You leave their bodies for the beast to clean up and set off again. After about half an hour, the way becomes an uphill incline. Yep, don't mess with me. Flawless fighting. Leaving Cantopani behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost there are scattered homesteads and care, a thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty, isolation and fear. The backlands and the long shadow cast by Manpang Forest darken everything. And with the crown stolen, things could only grow worse. In the long years since Shalana the Reformer founded the Alliance, the crown has been passed from kingdom to kingdom every 4 years, ensuring each kingdom has its turn to lead, but no more. Ruddlestone, Lendleland, Galantaria, and Bryce have all enjoyed its power, but when the crown came to Analand, it was stolen by birdmen from Zaman and carried off to Manpang. With the crown, the Archmage will be unstoppably powerful. There is no chance of sending an army against him. A military force would not survive the journey. So here you are, a lone hero, walking the long path to Manpang alone. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork in the road. The sergeant, for all his hindsight, hadn't mentioned this. There's a fork in the road. So, the crown is my victory thing. The Archmage has got it. I've got to kill the Archmage. The road splits around the base of a gigantic tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. The left path winds down into a valley, and the right rises up the slope towards the thick forest of the hills. I think it goes that way. Let's go. There's another village up there, but I'm going to take this guy, and we are going to go. Look left, so left. You pause to consider the lower route. There is a river there, and the path follows the left bank. It is a safer route, secluded and protected, but a curve of the landscape would mean you are almost backtracking. And it's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick, and the path narrow. It may be hard going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing. Eventually, you may get a decent view of the next leg from the top of the ridge. You're about to make a choice when you hear a faint cry from somewhere close at hand. Look around. You look around, and finally, up at the branch of a tree, a pair of wizened, callous feet are dangling from down over your head, about to drop on you, perhaps. Who's there? Let's have a look. Who is there? Oh, hello. Who's there, you call? The voice cries again, a little more boldly this time. Up here! Help! Help! I can't get down! It is the voice of a feeble, wiry old man. Stepping back a little, you can see him clearly, as thin as sticks, as dressed in dirt rags. Okay. What are you hiding from? How the old man got up in the tree is a puzzle. He must have been escaping someone fearsome to climb so high. Damn Elvins, he replies. I was travelling from Dumpus to the Outpost settlement in Alaland, but I were waylaid by Elvins, robbed me blind, all but took my eyes, and left me up in the tree. I keep getting older, you see, we all do, but some worse than others. Climbed up, but I'm too old to get down. I'm going to help him out of the tree. That'd be good. How about the tree? Swinging yourself onto the lowest branch of the tree, you reach up and grab the old man by the waist. He is as light as a leaf, and within a moment you have lifted him to the ground. Thanks for that, he remarks, brushing himself down and almost knocking himself over in the process. I was just starting to get a bit, perturbed, but I'm on a safe now. He seems remarkably confident, considering that the slightest stumble might break him into bits. What will you do now? Keep going for Analand, he said. That's where I set off from. Well, back now. You wouldn't believe the story if I told you. Suffice to say, if I knew my eyes from my eyes, you were heading out to Manpang, and you'd better be smarter than I was. And here, he presses a page into your hand. It's a page torn from a spellbook. This might be some use to you. I found this, just found it, mind, and don't go asking how, but it's no use to me anymore. Look at the page. What does it say? You look at the page over suspiciously. It seems to be half of a spell. CA that might have been used for pest repulsion, but it seems it is unworkable in its current state. I'm going to keep it. You take the page from the man and thank him. The man falls quiet and squats down to the ground. With his jabbering done, you hear a buzzing sound from high up in a tree. A beehive? Oh, let's have a look. Climb up and investigate. Leaving the old man sighing and with gratitude on the ground, you climb up through the branches of a tall tree. Let's have a look at the beehive. The beehive hangs like a ripe fruit from the very highest branch. A high number of bees dance in and climb out to the... Oh, can I climb higher? No, I can't. Ooh. You climb into the branches. The bees are quick to attack. You cannot brush them away as your hands are clinging onto the tree, so you're stung onto your arms, head, and neck. Drop out the tree? Can I do something? No, wait. Oh, no, wait, go back one. I can cast a spell. Use magic. I can what's the spell with it? I can control animals. Law. Right. So okay, do this. Go in. Here we go. Right. I can control the bees. The bees. Insert Nicolas Cage joke. Okay. Right. So spell casting. LAW. 3 stamina. Let's do this. Yeah, see, I know this now. You cast the spell, concentrating on the swarm that surrounds the beehive. You feel your mind taking control of theirs. Several hundred small consciousnesses falling under your will. You lead them like a general directing an army away from the hive, allowing you to clamber up and relieve them of a succulent honeycomb and a nice ball of beeswax. That's a nice trick, the old man remarks. You stash your find in your pack. The light is fading. It's time to move on. Oh, the man cries suddenly. Do you want to hear me a riddle? I heard it from the Elvins. Hear him out. You gesture with a hand for him to speak. See him, though he sees you not. A stinging beast in a box not left. To guard a key, it is his lot. To gull a witch of luck bereft. You thank him. You nod once, then turn your attention to the path ahead. Okay. So, looks like I actually will take the high path. Let's take the high path. Yeah, so I'm going to the forest. The high route seems the most secure in the valley. You can easily be observed from above and led astray. But out in the hills, you can go whichever way you choose. Of course, the night falls. It might be cold and exposed up on slopes, but no matter. This journey was never destined to be easy. You begin the climb, letting the old man's jabberings fade away quickly. The path winds upwards into the hills and into the cover of a wood. The afternoon sun glints through the trees and plays tricks on your very eyes. Every so often you catch a glimpse of some strange-shaped animal or other watching you, only to find that this is a silhouette of branches and leaves caught at an odd angle. After an hour's walk, you start to feel hungry, so I'm actually going to stop and eat. Yeah. You clamber up to the top of a low stone dolmen and sit up and pull out the sugary honeycomb and eat, while admiring the view down the hillside through a break in the trees. You feel better for your rest. Time to move on. You stand and put on your pack, on which you have been sitting to prevent any creatures getting in. Ooh, sorry guys. Or any of your things falling out. Then you return to the path. The climb continues with the path twisting this way and that. The air grows cold and the sun flickers on the horizon, then sets, making it hard to see your way. But the moon is full, and when the twilight is done, it'll be bright once more. I'm actually gonna for the way so this actually tells me what sort of night time it is. Oh, you can actually go back. That's actually really cool. But I'm actually gonna make camp. Just chill, make camp. Yeah. But to tire yourself out on the first day would be inauspicious. You settle down to make a camp for the night in a natural shelter provided by the roots of three gigantic intertwined trees. Your backpack will serve for a pillow and your cloak for a blanket. Before settling to sleep, you check through your pack. You have 2 rations left because I had the honeycomb, but I'm not going to eat another meal because I'm just wasting it for no reason, but I'm going to settle down to sleep. I need sleep. Oh. You lay yourself out on the ground and are quickly asleep. The moon is full and high in the sky. When you open your eyes, you feel warm and more cozy than you did before, as if wrapped by a gigantic blanket. There is a pain in your leg. Slowly you realise what is happening. A giant bat has settled on your chest, and it's feeding on my leg. Okay, how do I tell it to bugger off? Can I kill the bat? Yes. You draw your sword and carefully, because I hope that's just term for... Okay, so I'm just going to charge straight at it. Yeah. The bat great wings buffet at your face, making it hard to see. You speak out wildly, hoping to chop it from the sky as the bat comes for you with claws and gnashing teeth. The bat is flying erratically now. Yep, done. Another chance follows. Pushing off the tree behind you, thrust forward. The bat falls to the ground and the light in its eyes go dark. No stamina lost. The bat dared you toss his carcass back into the woods, and now truly exhausted, you lie back. Can I, sleep now? Can nothing just hit me? Oh, right, that's fine. Okay, once again, the crown fills your dreams, only now, instead of being hidden away in Mampang Forest by the Archmage, you see it on the head of the burly villager from Cantopani. Anyone can wear the crown, he declares to you, but wearing the crown, you are no longer just anyone. And then he points a finger at you that seems to crackle with energy, and you find yourself drawn towards him, commanded to do his bidding. Suddenly, you are surrounded by angry bees. You are walking towards a crack in the ground. It seems sure to swallow you whole. You stumble at its edge, about to fall. Okay. That's quite bad. Okay. I was hoping it wasn't the bees that I took over yesterday, but I'm going to stop it there because so it was a nice intro. I went through Cantopani, I saved an old man, I took control of some bees, and I killed a bat. So that's pretty much all I could ever ask for this episode. So the next episode, I'll be going into the hills. I don't really have any names, so assuming I either go left towards the river or I could go right into the mines. But until then, guys, this has been DarkLordCookie with the Realm Game & Co UK. Thank you for watching. Feel free to visit our website for more, and also visit our YouTube page for more other content created by other members of the Realm. And like I said before, until next time, my friends, I shall see you all later. Thank you.